Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's April 24th, Friday, and I'm picking up a load of watermelons which I'm gonna take to Temple, Texas. It's a 1,000-mile run and they're paying me $4,000 to the truck. This is actually the fourth load that I'm booking since yesterday. Brokers keep canceling on me. Most likely they're selling it for a lot cheaper than what I quoted them, and the rates have really started to drop. I usually pick up from Utah or Idaho since I'm based out of Salt Lake, but the rates have dropped so bad up there. I'll show you a screenshot of that, and you can see that it's really bad. Fuel is still up, that hasn't changed, but rates are dropping. So I took a load down to Phoenix, which I delivered yesterday, and then I deadheaded down here. It's about 200-mile deadhead to Nogales to pick up this load, and I'll take it to Texas. I have a good broker out of Texas, so once I deliver this one, hopefully I can get some good loads. But it's really busy here. They got a bunch of trucks coming from Mexico all day long bringing this stuff. They unload it at the warehouse and then they load it on our trailers and we take it further. See, that's a truck from Mexico right there. They have smaller trailers and older trucks that they usually bring those over the border with. Let's get loaded, get out of here. Alright guys, we got loaded here. It is 5 p.m. and they loaded me 57 bins of watermelons. So I'm gonna go to, there's a Love's just up the road here. I'll go there, scale out, make sure I'm good on the weight, legal weight, and then get some food. I'll put in a few miles today, but I don't really have to hurry. It's only 1,000 miles and I have all day tomorrow and Sunday, so plenty of time on the load. I will drive a little bit slower since I'm very heavy and it's very hot. It's 89 degrees outside, so the wear and tear on tires and everything is a lot worse when the weather gets this hot and you have a heavy load like I do today. So, but let's go get scaled out and we'll go from there. Alright guys, we came to the scale. Let's get scaled out, see what it says. I have the app on my phone. We're just gonna put in the location number. 34061, confirm. Looks like it's not going through. Doesn't look like it wants to. Fire, tractor trailer and all that. First way.
Truck number
201.
01.
201.
I get your way. Please move forward. Don't block the scale. Please bring your trailer license, plate number, and state. Thank you.
Alright. So usually this will work on the app. I don't have to talk to them or go inside. But Arizona has a law where they require the truck and trailer plate numbers. in order to get a scale ticket. I have no idea why they do that, but that is only in Arizona that I've had to deal with this, because usually I'll just go through the app, enter the location number, and it'll email me a scale ticket. So but let's go park and then I'll go inside, get a scale ticket, and we'll see what the weight is. Alright guys, I got the scale ticket, 75,160 gross weight, 32 on my tandems, 30 on the trailer, which is perfect. I like more weight on the truck to be than on the trailer. So the difference, if you go inside and pay for it, they will give you a printout. If you do it with the app, they'll email it to you. It's the same thing. The only difference is you get one of these little stickers. I used to collect them, had a bunch of them, and then I was moving trucks and I got rid of all of them. But yeah, we're loaded and got some McDonald's, scaled out. We're good on fuel, cleaned the windshield. So let's go put in some miles. Alright guys, finished delivering at Walmart, heading down south to Houston to pick up my next load. What I want to tell you guys about these loads being canceled. So if you're out here booking your own loads and you have access to load boards, so once you book a load and the broker doesn't take it off of the load board, that usually means that they're fishing for somebody else who's going to do it cheaper. And I've had this happen where I call in for a load and the broker will tell me, hey, I have somebody for an X amount of money willing to do this load. Are you willing to do it for cheaper? And that usually happens when drivers have to get to a certain location, most likely to go home. They will do a load cheaper than everyone else because they're trying to get home or trying to get their truck fixed or whatever the reason may be. So just so you know, if you're booking the load and you book the load, but the broker has, because the broker until he sends you a signed confirmation, he can cancel any time before that. So if he does it afterwards, then they have to pay you a cancellation fee and stuff like that. But usually they won't send it to you. They'll fish a little bit, try to find somebody that'll do it for cheaper. So keep that in mind if you're out here looking these loads. One more thing about driving these produce loads. When you pick them up, make sure you set your reefer to whatever the BOL says, because these products come from Mexico. I mean, right out of the ground. They'll come into the US, they'll load it onto you, and you'll be taking it to wherever the destination is. So like this one was a 55 degrees continuous. I could have ran it as start stop, everything would have been fine. But what happens is, especially on watermelons, a lot of times they'll refuse the load because the watermelons were loaded bad, and they weren't ripe enough, or whatever the reason may be. If I had ran this load at start stop instead of continuous, and the receiver rejected the load for whatever reason, I would have had to take the blame for it. And in a lot of cases, the insurance will not cover it either, because it's driver negligence. So you're always supposed to go by whatever the BOL says. And most drivers don't. They'll put it on start stop to save some fuel, which I understand, and you can get away with it until something happens. But one rejection can ruin your whole company's record, and you can be reliable for it. I mean, it creates a big mess, and I've seen it before, where even the insurance will not cover it because it's driver's negligence. So if you're owner operator like me, you are totally responsible for that whole load. So it's not worth a few extra gallons of diesel to do such a thing. It's better just set it to the BOL, whatever it is, and run it that way to avoid headaches. But yeah, so I'm heading down to pick up my next load, which is it's a dry load. It's a load of engine oil, and it comes in big totes. You're required to have a tanker endorsement. So I do have that, and it's really easy to get. It's a simple test. I believe it's like maybe 20-25 questions, not that hard. It's a little bit trickier to drive because it's all liquid, so you got to keep a longer distance when you're braking and stuff like that. But as long as you take it easy, you'll be all right. It is a heavy load, though. It's almost 44,000, but it's a good paid load. So he's giving me 3,300 and empty and loaded miles. I'm looking at about 1,000 miles. So delivers Wednesday morning. So, and then from there we'll see to move somewhere. Georgia is usually pretty dead, so we'll see once we get there. But let's go pick up this load, and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, I made it to the delivery here in Converse, Georgia. And as you saw at the pickup, this one broke. It happens from years. It's a 2014 trailer, so it corrodes out and it just breaks. I picked this one up on my way up here in Alabama. It was a trailer repair store. It only cost $13, so it wasn't that bad. But I'm gonna put this on. I'm here at the delivery, finish this up, and then I booked some loads to get back home. Today's Wednesday. I left last Wednesday from home, so it's time to go home. So if this does happen to you, it's basically just one screw that holds it in. But what happened at the pickup, my gear was all the way down, so I had to actually put in a screwdriver through this hole where this screw is, and that's how I got it back up. But if it does, it's a very simple fix. It's just basically one screw holding it. Put that on. Alright guys, I'm gonna end the video here. I want to thank everyone for watching, for subscribing, for liking. If you're not subscribed yet, please do. And I will see you on my next trip.